Alright, here's what I have today. We got steering coupler. So this is a new one. They're just under $2. This is a worn out one. This is even more worn. So today I'm replacing a different one. And hopefully I can do some of this one-handed and show you how to do it. This is a new one. Alright, so the steering coupler, of course, is going to be down under here the steering. So the first thing we want to do is take off some of these covers. Pull that rubber out of the way. Pop this panel off here. Set that aside. We got a screw here and a screw here. We got to take both those out. Alright, so we got both those screws out. There's also a screw here and a screw here. We're going to get those out, and then we'll be able to pull this whole under panel down. Alright, we got all the screws out, and you should be able to just pull it out. You can see there's clips there. And now we got to unplug all this stuff. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this while holding the camera. So I got to unplug this, and pull this out. Alright, so all that panel's removed. Now we got to remove these. They're 10mm bolts. To there, and on this nut here to remove this metal piece. Alright, metal piece removed. Now we're going to move on to all this plastic on the steering. So there's a nut or a screw in this hole, and right on the side of the wheel here and here there's also a screw on both sides. There's one there. We're going to take all three of those out. Alright, with all three of those screws out, you can just pull that down, go around the key cylinder, kind of pull it out a little bit. Get the top down, or the bottom. The top just comes off real simple. Set all this aside. I've been setting all my screws there so I don't lose any. So now we got everything cleared out underneath. We still got to remove this little vent here, just so it's out of the way. It's just the one screw. Now we got to go through and unplug everything. All these need to be unplugged. There we go. Unplug that one. There's one back up here for the I'm not going to be able to hold it and get it. Okay, we also have to unplug over here. So it has a little like locking tab there. You can just pull that out. Don't lose it. You're going to use that to put back in. And you got this bigger one above that. You want to clear out the space so you can drop this whole steering column down. So I got to undo, if you look under here, there's like some clips. Undo, take this piece off here, which is clipped in, so I can move this all out of the way. Alright, now with all that out of the way here, you can kind of push that off to the side, and now we can start for the lowering of the steering column. So these are 4 here. We got 12 millimeter. This one's 12. There's 12 here and 12 millimeter there. So all 4 of those got to come out. The 2 front ones are nuts. The 2 rear ones are bolts. And I am not going to be able to do this one-handed to show you. Alright, so I got those out, and it's not going to slam all the way down, because if you see right here, you see this metal piece right here is hooked on there, so it doesn't just slam down. So you have to kind of go up and towards you to let it down, which is another thing I'm not going to be able to do one-handed. So I'll do that and I'll come back. So I got it lowered down, and when you're lowering it down, this wire here, see this is the parking switch, is probably going to get caught in there, so you kind of got to go towards you and get that off around there so it's not hanging on that switch there. So you don't want this hanging on there. You want to move this to the side, and then when you put it back up, you're going to go up there. But what we want to get to is this right here. We got to get our star bit, our torque bit, and there's 3 of these we got to take off to get to our steering coupler. So here's our torque bit. It's a T30. I know it's a bit focuses. T30, and that's what's going to fit in there, and we're simply going to take off all 3 of those, the black ones, not the silver ones. We want the black ones we're taking off. Alright, so we got all 3 of those out, and then you can simply just wiggle it a little bit, get it off. And if you look in there, you can see how chewed up that is. That's the steering coupler. That's why all that noise is happening. Pull that out. It's also like melted in there. You can see that's pretty chewed up. So I'm gonna blow some air and kind of clear all that out and then put the new one in. Alright, so I kind of blow out all the air in there. So you can see the 2. So there's the old one, and this is the new one. I'm going to take the new one, and it's only going to fit one way, because the way it's designed. So it doesn't matter. You just put it in there so it's all flat and down. And you can see the teeth on this are going to go in those spaces. So we get the motor on there, like that. Put our screws back in. We're going to put this all back together, and it'll be all done. I had to wrestle with it a little bit to kind of get it in the right spot to get up. To get it that hook back in its spot. So now I'm going to put those 4 screws for the these 4 back in. So now it's just putting everything back together. So just in the reverse order. So at the dealer, this service costs, I don't know, I think right around $300 for that $2 part. If you're under warranty, then it's free for you, of course. So just so you're kind of aware of that. So thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful for you to be able to do this yourself. And if you're over, out of warranty, I think for these, it's they extended it to 100,000 miles. So if you're under 100,000 miles, the dealer, I think, will replace it for you. If you're over, I think you're on your own for that. So I hope this was helpful. This will be the end of my video, because there's not much else to see. Just putting everything back the way it was.